team of the year. It's the team of the year. It's the team of the year. It's the team of the year. Yeah. Come on. Team of the year. Team of the Yeah. It's the team of the year. Team of the year. Come on. Team of the Yeah. Team of the year. Team of the It's the team of the year. 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 Team of the year.
Hello, FC Mobile community. How are we doing today? I'm Antoine, joining you on FC Mobile Live today. It is Team of the Year time. Toddy, the Toddies, it's ready. It's almost here. I can see everyone in chat already hyped up, ready to go. You've seen some of the videos come out. You've done the voting. You're ready to see who's in Team of the Year. And I'm excited to be here with you guys for it. Tack is going to be actually in the chat for today if you see him popping in there. But it is going to be just Antoine on the show. But it is great to see you guys. It's been a while. It's been about a month since we talked about Premier League festive fixtures back in December. What have you guys thought of the event, Premier League festive fixtures? I want to know in chat, who have you got, like the highest OVR you got from that event? But as we wrap up that event, it's time for Team of the Year, which is going to be awesome. And I think it's just been a fun week so far, like having gone through these Team of the Years before. Everyone gets together, votes on their best 11, really debates who should be in it. And I can see already chat just dropping in plenty of comments and hype. And it's always a good time when Team of the Year comes in. We have the soundtrack as well. You heard that really awesome song. So it's great to be here with you guys to go through week 1 of FC Mobile's Team of the Year. It's going to be really fun. I'm seeing chat. You guys are already going crazy. And you're dropping in flags from where you're tuning in from. That's always kind of a tradition we do on the show is drop the flag of where you're tuning in from, or just drop in the comments. It's always awesome seeing where everybody is watching the show from. We got a big audience today, whether you're watching it on YouTube, on Twitch, or even in-game on Extra Time. Welcome. It's awesome to see you guys. And we have a lot in store for today's show. So obviously, Team of the Year, we're going to be going through the event, the format, the new flow to get players, everything from the chapter, exchanges, etc. It's going to be a lot. And then also just going through what is the next few weeks of Team of the Year hold in store for us. So you guys better get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be answering some questions in chat as well. So let's get through just a little bit of housekeeping just off the bat. There was a make good for the Premier League Festive Fixtures quest bug that did go out. So if you haven't already logged into the game to grab that, would recommend. And as always, as we get to the end of a 4-week event, make sure to use your shards from Premier League Festive Fixtures. I know a lot of you guys put some hard work into getting those, and there's a lot of great options. I know personally, I've gotten Stam from the event and George Best, which have been really good players in my starting lineup. I do have some leftover shards, so still debating who to go for, but don't forget to use your shards, guys, on the Festive Fixtures event. So back to Team of the Year, just some general info about the event. So it's going to be coming out Thursday at 1 a.m. UTC, so standard time. Team of the Year is going to be dropping. Week 1 here is going to be nominees for attackers and then some icons. So the actual starting 11 isn't going to be in week 1 of FC Mobile. The way it's formulated is going to be attacker nominees, then we're going to go into midfield nominees the week after, and defender/goalie nominees, with Utati coming out in about 4 weeks time. So that'll take us into early February with Utati. Obviously we'll have a show to reveal that and show off the new players there. But just to set expectations, guys, week 1 here is attacker nominees and then a bunch of new icons. And speaking of icons, we revealed on our channels a little teaser of the icon player item art video. So I know some of you have seen that on our social channels, but if not, we wanted to bring it up here on stream so you can take a look at it and obviously make your best guesses of who these top icons are with new OVRs. So we're up to 116, 117. And if we want to play the little video here, we can take a look at the 3 highlighted Team of the Year icons. So 117 Brazilian cam icon. We have a 116 Italian center mid, and then we have a left wing 116 Bulgarian. So want to see the guesses, chat? Who do you think it is? I'm seeing some in chat already, but drop who you think these 3 icons are going to be. We're obviously going to reveal them along with some other icons. But just to let you guys know, this is week 1. There will be more icons in future weeks. And as mentioned, we do have Utati in a few weeks' time as well, where there's going to be some more 117s. But week 1, let's see the guesses. I'm seeing a lot of certain players, and I think a lot of you have gotten it right. But without spoiling it myself, let's bring it up on screen. We have the player banner here for Team of the Year icons. Take a look at those. 117 Zico is your top OVR of the week. He's a cam. Then the 116 Pirlo at CM. 116 Stoichkov. And then we go into the 115s as well. No slouches here with Eto, Hagi, Nesta, Owen, Kaut, Butragueño, Kohler, and Brolin. We're going to take a look in-game how you can get some of these items, but also look at some of the nominees as well. So the Toddy nominees, I think, will be no surprise for you guys. It's the ones you voted on last week. So the likes of Dembele, Mbappe, the Lamal, the guys that you guys have seen and you voted for. Some of them will have higher OVRs than others, but these are kind of the big highlights this week is going to be icons. So I'm going to get the gameplay build prepped for you guys so we can go through the new event, what that looks like. But seeing in chat, what do you guys think? All right, so we've got the gameplay build open here for Team of the Year. If we're ready to pull that up, we can take a look at the new home screen here. So a little bit of a different format with the home screen. As you can see, you can actually, there's 2 different places to really to look at. So we're used to seeing the event in that right-hand tile. That's being replaced now with this thing called draft. And we'll take a look at what draft means and what you do there. But then in this middle part here, you can actually swipe through to go to the event, to Division Rivals rewards. There's a thing called Review of the Year. We'll talk about that a little later. And then you can go into the other events like UEFA Prime Time, Football Center, Chronicles. So it's kind of cool. It's like a two-tiered menu setup. So very neat to see, guys. But in general, this is the Team of the Year main menu. And I think just off the bat, chat, let's talk a bit about what is Team of the Year draft, and more specifically, Team of the Year attacker draft. So we're all used to shards, and we know the shard system. Team of the Year this year introduces a little bit of a different format. So this is how drafts work. So you're going to come in to Team of the Year attacker draft, and you're going to use these things called FC draft vouchers. So these are what you use to draft a player. So a Team of the Year attacker. And we'll just do an example here where I use my voucher to open up a Team of the Year attacker draft. And this is not a Team of the Year player. This is a Festive Fixtures player. But that's the way it works, is like you do have the possibility to get other players from here. But there are all the players from Pool A and Pool B. So this is the attacker pool that you can get. And then over time, you can actually guarantee yourself a player. So you can see here, Pool B or higher guaranteed in 9 drafts, Pool A guaranteed in 86 drafts. So just coming back to this currency right here, the FC draft voucher, you're asking, how do I get these? What does this mean? So you know how in events, usually you come in and you go get your gem pack, right? The 3K gem pack. Now you'll come in and get yourself the FC draft voucher. So I'm going to take this one for 3,000 gems, get the FC draft voucher. And obviously there's different sets you can go for. And then you're going to come back into the Team of the Year draft, and then you're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do another one of these, and lo and behold, Team of the Year player. And we'll actually take a look at the walkout animation here. Wow, okay, 113 Vinny Jr. And then also, chat, what do we think of the Team of the Year walkout animation and also that player item art? Let's just watch that again one more time. Ready? Let's see that walkout.
It's the Team of the Year.
With the music too. So, I got a Vinny Jr. from the draft. Let's say I'm not going to use Vinny Jr. in my team. He's 113. I'm already using 115s or 114s. So that's where I'm going to come into the exchange section. And this is where this is a little bit similar to the shard system. Is you're going to come into what says 26 phase 2 tokens. And then you can trade in those Team of the Year players to get these phase tokens. So you can see here, I could select whichever ones and get myself tokens. And then like with shards, this is the trade-in rate for it. So 113s, 114s, and 115s are 5. 116 is a 50. And then 117s give you 150 if you did ever want to trade a 117 in. So I trade in Vinny. Let's go. And then I get myself the 5 of these tokens here. So new currency. And then from there, let's say I've saved up enough of these phase 2 tokens. And one thing to note is that you can save these phase 2 tokens throughout the entire Team of the Year event. And they actually will be available after the Team of the Year event is over as well. So you can use them on other events. So very flexible currency. And then let's say I have enough of these tokens. I know that I want to go for a 117. So I can come into the exchanges And then I can use my phase 2 tokens on a 117. And that the cost for that is 900. And then from there, it depends on the exchange we're going to. We're looking at 117s, obviously, first. There's 3 of them in week 1. And then we'll go exchange. And that's where you get to choose from the 117s. And that's where I want to ask you, chat. Between these 3, who should we pick as our 117 Team of the Year player A? So it's a bit of a different system, guys, but it's kind of neat, right? We'll take a look at it some more. We'll figure it out, and we'll show you guys how you can get the Team of the Year player you want. So drop in chat, who should we pick? All right, I'm seeing a lot of Mbappe. Let's go for it. We're going to claim Mbappe right here. And we are off. And then we can take a look at the 116. Same thing. It's 300 for 116. And then it's your choice of these 3. And then we'll take it 115. Look at that. And it's 75. And then these are the 115s in there. There's a few more. So if we go in here, let's do the same thing. Let's grab a 115. And as you can see, that you don't get the choice of all of them in the 115 here. So a little bit of chance coming into play here. We're gonna go and take Haji here. And same thing with 114. There's a lot of 114s you can choose from here, but only a few will pop up. So let's just do the showcase here of the 114s. And these are the 3 that we have to pick from. So we're going to pick CR7. And as you can see as well, getting some badge progress. But yeah, this goes all the way down to the 113, which is a 25 token cost. And then the 108 to 112 is a 5. So this one is definitely the easiest to get if that's something you're going for. And then this one gives you way more options to pick from. So you can see, okay, from the 108 to 112, I'm going to pick the 112 in Venmo here, just because it's probably the best return on my value, putting in 5 tokens in. So that is kind of how you get to the top players you want. If we're just looking at draft into players, players into token, token into player from exchange. So that's generally like the base flow for Team of the Year, chat. If we're looking at from, hey, I just have gems, FC points, how do I get the players I want? This is the new format. So I'm just going to take a pause there, chat, if we had any questions before we take a look at the actual like chapter of Team of the Year. And also your first impressions on this, because it's different, right? We've been very used to shards. We've been very used to the 3K gem pack, and then everything feeds into that. This is a little bit different, where you have the draft, which is gem / FC points into a token, draft token. Use that to pull a player, take that player, and if you don't want it, you can then change it back into token, save it up for exchanges. So it's a different format of doing it, different ways to get players. But I'm curious to know, chat, what do we think? Seeing someone say it looks fun. Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a change. So while you guys drop your comments, questions, feedback in chat, let's go through the main Team of the Year chapter here. So as you can see, this is Utati. Unlocks in 21 days. And then we can see the calendar here. So we're in week 1. Team of the Year attacker and icon team 1. Midfielder and icon team 2. And then defender and icon team 3. And then these are just some rewards you can claim if you own the required amount of attacker nominees. And here just a look at some of the attacker nominees. We got ourselves the 117 Mbappe. And then let's jump into the attacker chapter, where you're going to be completing some of these challenges. So anywhere from an easy skill game to a medium PvE match to a hard skill game to a crazy difficult. I mean, we'll see how actually difficult this one is, but you're down 3-1 and you have a few conditions to hit to get your Toddy tokens. And then some different milestone rewards here. If you have one Team of the Year player, you unlock some of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, all the way to 15 unlocks you the 110 Patrick Schick. So let's go ahead and go on to the other side here, which is where you use your Team of the Year tokens. So if you have 200, you can go for the 108 to 110. I'm going to use my 200 here on Alvarez. And let's take a look at the walkout animation again here. There we go, 113 Alvarez. And then all the way up here to get a draft voucher and then some more rewards here. So simple stuff, play your skill games and matches, complete all those milestones, get rewards. Now we're into Team of the Year icons. And this is a little bit different where you're going to be completing these icon challenges. So playing these matches. And then if you play 20 of these icon challenges, you can choose one of these 3 Team of the Year icons. So that's between Butragueño, Brolin, or Köhler. And then from there, you can upgrade the icon that you chose. So let's say, actually, let's ask chat, which of these 3 icons would you pick? Would you pick Butragueño, Brolin, Köhler to take to 114? Just drop in chat who of these 3, and then we'll take a look at the exchange for that icon. So I'm seeing people in chat seeing Köhler. Let's take a look. So this is the 114. If you wanted to do the exchange for him, you'd obviously use the 112, then use a few defenders, and then you put in a few 110s, and that upgrades that 112 to the 114. So again, 20 of these challenges, take your 112, then you can add some more to it to bring it up to a 114. And then lastly, let's take just a little look at UTOTY Ultimate Team of the Year. So we don't have the final 11 that's getting revealed later, but they're coming to FC Mobile and they'll be in UTOTY here with the 12th player as well. And then you can see the beautiful player item art. There's going to be more info here on how this works. We're going to have a show for that too. But just giving you a little taste of UTOTY and the player items and what they look like. So I think the next step here, chat, we want to look at is let's just take a look at the Star Pass real quick. And then we're going to go into the new 117s and see how they look, as well as the badges. So the Star Pass here, a lot of the similar rewards you're expecting to see, but I wanted to shout out that there are some FC draft vouchers in here as you go through the free path. And then obviously premium has some more, and then different themes and the background banners. And then the 115 right wing Eto'o, which we can take a look at, chat. Let's see where we can open up here. Here we go. So he's fully ranked up, gold rank Eto'o, base 115, and 145 pace, 136 shooting, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 4.5 stamina. And then he's got striker as secondary position. What do we think, chat, on this Eto'o? Fully ranked? And then high medium as well. So the next thing I wanted to show as well was the badges. And that's where we have these Team of the Year badges all the way up to level 4 and level 5 of the badges. So extra boosts here for your players if you get all the way through there. And then here's a look at the week 1 group, which is going to be the 3 top icons we took a look at. And then that gives you plus 10 strength, plus 10 long passing, and plus 10 curve, along with some rank up points as well. So yeah, badges going up to level 5 here for Team of the Year, going up from the regular level 3 that we've seen with previous events. And then looking at all the players here in Team of the Year, week 1, so this is attacker nominees and icons. No real surprises, but we'll go take a look here, chat, at the stats. I'm just going to activate all of these. Just so we can take a look at them here. Here is the 117 Zico. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, 141 pace, 138 shooting, 141 dribbling. I personally haven't used a Zico item, so I'm not sure how he plays, but I've heard a lot of rave reviews about him. Got some really nice stats here. High, medium, outside the foot. Obviously, Zico is a shorter player, so you probably feel pretty agile on the ball, especially with 141 dribbling. And then let's take a look here at 117 Mbappe, striker, left wing as a secondary position, 147 pace, 141 shooting with 144 dribbling, 4-star weak foot, but 5-star skill moves. What do we think of this item? I mean, this is just, the pace is going to be crazy. Yeah, 147 acceleration, 148 sprint speed. High, low. And then let's take a look at the other 117 from week 1 here is Dembele with also 147 pace. He's 5'5" though. And then 146 dribbling, 147 pace. So those are the 117s. I'm seeing some people in the chat asking again about draft and what is draft. If you were joined us a little bit late, draft is a new concept in Team of the Year. And we're just going to come back to this just to refresh, or if you guys had questions on what draft is. So draft is a way to go get players from the event using this currency called FC draft vouchers that you can get from the store or from different parts of the game. We saw it in the Star Pass, for example. So use your gems on it, get yourself an FC draft voucher. Then you come into the draft and then you open up a draft from this one, Team of the Year Attackers. And you can get a Team of the Year player, but there's also the chance of not getting a Team of the Year player from this as well. So let's take a look. Who did we get? Hey, Rafinha, 115. And then you can see the guaranteed change there because we got someone from Pool B. So you can see here, this also has all like the odds. And also here has the who's in Pool A, who's in Pool B. Obviously, you don't want to be getting Pool C if you're going for Team of the Year players. But that's how draft works. So just if you joined us late. And then there's also this welcome here. This is for newer users if you can get these. But let's go back to badges real quick, chat. And take a look at some of the 116s. We have the Stoichkov here. Left winger, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Oh, he's got striker as secondary position. And then, yes, we'll take a look at the league exchanges. very shortly. Let's just get through this last couple 116s. We have Pirlo here, passing at 143, 5-star skill moves, and 150 long passing, 146 vision. Yeah, he's going to be able to ping some really nice balls out to the wingers. If you're into that, like the crossfield tap, that'll be really nice. High defensive work rate. And then let's look at Lamine Yamal. 4-4 here. 145 pace, 145 dribbling. Right mid, a secondary position. And then the dribbling, yeah, 150 agility. Ball control, 148. And then high medium. And we'll come back to some of the 115s, but let's take a look here at the league exchanges, as well as just Toddy exchanges. If you wanted some more tokens, you can use your pass points. There's a coin exchange here too. Here is the new league exchanges. This is Rudy Voller is the 115 for 40k league tokens. So 142 pace, 135 shooting with 124 dribbling. So no secondary position, but you're playing him as a striker if you needed him. And then you can also use it on draft vouchers here too, if you did have some extra league tokens to be using. Otherwise, a lot of the same here in just the regular exchanges. But it's going to be a bit different, chat, to look into the featured here and not see the 3K gem pack for a Team of the Year player. So it's a little bit of a change, but we have FC draft vouchers, and that's where you take them to the draft that we just looked at. And then obviously, as we looked before, we'll check back here. That's where you can take them into this token exchange. So Sparkula, you just drop it in here. And I take these tokens, and I take the tokens to the Team of the Year exchanges for the OVR I want. Let's do the 115s here again, just to show you guys. I'm going to go for Dirk here. There you go. So it's different, Chad. I know we've gotten very used to the shard system and that overall flow, but this is a little bit different. It's a little bit, there's different ways of doing it. You can go into the draft, or you can just get players through the event and then take it into the exchange, then tokens for the player OVR exchange that you want. So it's different. And then, yes, when there's week 2 coming out for midfielders, week 3 for defenders, goalkeepers, that'll be that'll have different rewards, obviously, in the draft and those exchanges too. So let's take a look at some more of the players. Let's take a look at this 115 Owen with 145 pace. And yes, there's also, you can test out these players in scouting camp. However, since there are no center backs in this week, the center backs I think are used from festive fixtures. So I think it's a Stam in there. We'll take a look. Well, there's a Nesta that you can use as center back. I stand corrected. So 120 pace Nesta with 143 defending and 133 physical. Haji here, left mid. Yeah, Cam and CM. So can't show extra time on stream, unfortunately, but I can talk about this thing called Review of the Year that will be going out pretty soon. It's a way to look back at your 2025, and it'll show you things like who scored the most goals for you, who was like one of your most popular players that you've used, who have you taken from the transfer market at like your biggest transfer fee, Things like that are going to be coming out as a way to look back year 2025, which is really cool. I'm excited to see what mine is. So just keep an eye out on that. We can't show it in the build here, but just wanted to let you guys know that's coming out. So it's a cool little review of the year. Oh, we already looked at this Eto here. You can take a look at this Rafinha. 143 pace. Left mid as well. And then high for Rafinha. And then let's take a look at Kane. Kane with 128 pace, but then the 139 shooting and 130 dribbling and the good physical. Yeah, he just has striker, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. And then we can take a look at these icons that you can get from the icon chapter once you've upgraded them from 112 to 114. Thomas Brolin here. At a cam, 131 pace, 130 shooting, 135 dribbling. And then we can look at Kohler here. The German hero at 136 defending, 133 physical. And then Butragueño here. 5-star weak foot, 129 dribbling, 132 pace. You're going to be using a striker if that is what you need him for. 132 pace, that's okay. And then we can take a look here at some of the 114s that I'm sure you guys are interested to see. Messi at 114 with 136 pace, 5-star weak foot. He's got striker, false 9. Yeah, he's got right wing at cam as well, 140 dribbling. And then we'll take a quick look at Lewandowski here. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. And then we'll take a look at Ronaldo, CR7, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 137 shooting with 123 physical. He's got left wing. And then we have some more 114s here into the 113s. But yeah, this is all attackers week. And then, oh, got a claim. And then we'll just take a look at the badge once it goes on here. Let's give ourselves the badge. So level 4 badge, just to give a look. And you can see, yeah, it gives a boost here. Plus 12 short passing all the way through. And then we looked at league exchanges, but let's take a quick look, chat, at division rivals rewards for team of the year. So going all the way from here, all the way through. A lot of the base players, you're getting some logos. Rank up points as we go through. The team of the year background there. This one should say team of the year, but that is for head to head. There's ones obviously for verse attack. And then the winter sweater, and then all the way up to FC champion. 50 stars, which gets you 500 rank up points. And then also the logo. So I've reached, I want to say I'm at 38 stars this month for head to head. I'm going to try to get to 50. But would love to know, chat, how many stars are you guys at? Like, what is the highest star amount you have in any of the three, whether that's verse attack, head to head, or manager mode? Drop in chat how many stars you're at. And then, yeah, we'll take a look. Same thing for verse attack here. Rank up points, gems, and then, yeah, different logos here. And then just wanted to check out Scouting Camp real quick, just to show you guys if you are interested. So this is what the team looks like. Oh, interesting enough, Nesta isn't in Scouting Camp for the attacker chapter, but there's obviously the midfield one next week, defender the week after that, Utati after that. And then there was some challenge mode as well. Nothing really to dive into on the challenge mode side. And then I guess just to show off the welcome draft here, you can just take a look at some of these 115s. Baggio 115, 115 Puyol with the old kind of like prime icon style. Oh, that's Baggio there. 115 Klose. And then Lampard as well. A little different after seeing the Team of the Year ones, but hey, they're still there. These are the welcome draft ones. And then some 109s, 108s, 107s. And then some of the old 106s and yeah, 106s from previous events. So we'll just use this draft here just to show you guys what it looks like. Got a 105. But this will be the one that you guys will be focused on, and that's Team of the Year attacker draft. And we'll just do a few more of these just to show. If you joined us a little bit later, shards are not in Team of the Year, but there's this thing called draft, and then draft gets you players. Then you take those players, you exchange them here. So we'll do this Alvarez, you get these tokens. And again, these tokens, you can hang on to them for the entire event, and they can also be used for future events too, up to a certain OVR. This is the exchange rate for players from Team of the Year into those Phase 2 tokens. And then from there, you take them to the Team of the Year exchanges based on the OVRs you want. So we'll do another one. Let's do 116s this time, just to show you guys the overall flow. And let's go with Pirlo. And there you go. So chat, a bit different around Team of the Year. I think we've covered all of it. Oh, we can take off. These are the kickoff missions. This is obviously for new players. And then the daily task here as well. So we can swap this one out just to see the different ones here. Yeah. And then the login calendar that we have. So chat, that was a look at Team of the Year. It's going to be an interesting event. I'm looking forward to just seeing how this different format works. How we're going to be not using shards this time, and we're going to be using these different tokens. And then going into exchanges and then choosing players from exchanges. It's different. That's what I'd say. So I would say go into this one with a bit of an open mind, see how it goes. Obviously, you've been saving up your gems. You can still use those on the FC draft vouchers into the draft itself. So there's options there. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a different format. So we're obviously looking forward to a lot of the feedback coming in from the community, what you guys think. And again, yeah, we're really excited to show this off. I think the team's been working really hard on it, and it's interesting to see everyone's feedback. Obviously, chat, it's going to be different when you guys jump into the event, see what it's like. And while we wrap up the show, wanted to drop in the code for today's show. We can show that up on screen. The code is It's the Toddies, and you can redeem that at redeem.fcm.ea.com. It's the Toddies. Go and grab yourself a reward for the code redemption. And then someone was asking about icons in future weeks. There will be icons in future weeks. So if none of the ones in this first week interest you, there's week 2, there's week 3, and more coming out. So should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the other players coming out. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to seeing who the best 11 is going to be in Team of the Year. Been a lot of debate. Everyone's votes have been cast, so we'll be seeing that very soon. But that has been Team of the Year for you guys. It's been really exciting going through this with you guys, seeing the comments, walking through as well a different format. I think we kind of gotten used to like the same shard format, the same kind of event template with our routine in the store of 3K gem packs and going through that. So this is a change. We've mentioned it a lot before. If you just joined us, so you missed that portion, you can go back and rewatch a bit of how the draft works, how the exchanges work, these different currencies. Hopefully it's not too confusing for you, but I think once you jump into the game, which goes live Thursday, 1 a.m. UTC, this will become a little more familiar. It'll become a little smoother to get through. And then obviously there's attacker drafts that are there, midfielders, defenders, etc. Different drafts dropping out. So you'll have your choice. There's also the exchanges we looked at. There's the Team of the Year chapter with that icon kind of upgrade exchange. But yeah, overall, I think it comes back down to the draft and the exchanges that we looked at. So I'm excited to see the feedback coming through. Obviously, it's been a blast going through this with you guys. I hope you guys have a great Team of the Year coming up. Also, remember to use your shards for Premier League festive fixtures. Don't forget to use those. And as always, have a lot of fun in Team of the Year. It's been awesome tuning in with you guys. Hope to see you guys next time on the show. But from everyone here, that's all from us. Thank you. Take care, guys.
Team of the year. Yeah. It's the team of the year.